So I've got this headstock primed, and then a coat of the orange, yellow orange paint on it. I want to try and basically do similar to the body, just a hint of sort of wood grain in this section, and I'm going to attempt to just do like a burst around the edge. If it doesn't come out great, I'll probably then just spray the whole thing white just to match the guitar body. I'm not sure, trying to get a sort of a burst on such a small area, but here we go. I'm going to basically use the same process as I did before. I don't know if I got that on camera actually. Just to try and get some wood grain on there. All I did basically on the body was just put some meths. Just put some meths over the body, and then with some shellac, just basically sort of put some patterning in it to try and make it look a bit grainy. As it turned out on the body, it came out pretty reasonable, to tell you the truth. I was reasonably happy with it, so I'm going to attempt a similar thing with this, just to make it look as though it's got a little bit of something wood-like under the burst. It's just a case of playing about with it a little bit. As it evaporates and what have you, it's just going to cause the meth evaporates, and the shellac thickens up a little bit and just gives you a little bit of time to try and get something in there that looks a little bit like a wood grain. A little bit higher up there, I have to put a little bit more meths on that. Probably evaporated already. Quite a simple process, and I don't think it looks too bad. Personally, I think it looks quite yeah, I think that's just like a hint of something. Try and give it a better view of it. A lot of this is going to be covered up with probably a little overspray on, that's all. I have to put a bit of lacquer on it first. I'll probably put 2 or 3 coats of lacquer on this in order that I don't sand through it, because I should imagine the overspray on the centre section of this is going to be quite deep, so I'll have to yeah, I think that'll do. I think I'll have to sand it quite a bit to get the overspray off. Could mask it up, but on something like that, which is quite small, ideally a very small a small spray would have been better, but it's something I don't possess at the moment. Maybe I need to invest in one, but I'm basically using spray cans at the moment, so that's going to have to do me at the moment, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to put some lacquer on that, maybe 2 or 3 coats of lacquer, and then come back and put the sunburst effect around, similar to the main guitar. So I've got this neck somewhat, yeah, ish. Messed about a little bit with it. Had a few problems with the paint at various stages. Got it to a point where it's as good as I'm going to get it, I think. So just want to put this little bit of a graining effect on the yellow part, just to give it just that little bit of an effect that there's some wood there underneath, even though there isn't. So it's not very good, because that's looking a bit dirty now. Right, so basically the sort of technique and then what I'm going to do is these are basically water slide decals. When this is done and it's lacquered, I'm going to apply these. What I think I've decided I'm going to do is put the black on first, and then maybe put the yellow on slightly on the same position, but moved slightly to one side. I think the black's probably a little bit stark, and the yellow, I'm not sure whether it'd show up sort of well enough on there. So I may try the black and then the yellow straight over the top, slightly to one side, give it a sort of a blurry, shadowy type look to it, if I can get away with that. If not, I'll take it off and just go back to plan A. I should probably use either the black, because it stands out nicely, and the other ones haven't printed well, so I'm limited now to only one with the yellow, without going and printing some more off. So we'll see how that goes anyway when the time comes. Right, so this has had a couple of coats of lacquer. just to basically seal this area where I've got that sort of wood grainy type thing going on. I wanted something on here rather than it just being plain, so I've just made up a silly name for it. It's I've got a pearloid scratch plate going on the body, and sort of a bit of a pearly type look to some of the paintwork. So I just thought I'd call it yellow pearl. So these are basically just printed out on some water slide paper. I'll get that on camera. On the inkjet printer basically. So before you use these, just spray them with a little bit of lacquer. Otherwise, when you put them in the water, the ink will actually run. So these have had a spray of lacquer. What you do is basically bob them in the water for about 30 seconds or so, and then it allows you just to place them where you need to be, and then slide the backing away. Here's a little bowl of water that I prepared earlier, and what I was thinking about doing, it's either put the black one on or put the gold one on. Not really sure which might be the best, or quite on the orientation. I may have to, it might be better doing these in two, I think, because I want to probably one about there and the other one sort of bending round more, so I think I'll snip those. Put them on in two pieces. What I was thinking was putting the black one on first and then bobbing the other one over the top, so I might have to put one on and let it set, let it dry before going on with the other one, or both of them are going to move about independently and it might cause me some problems. So I'm going to put these in the water now just to soak for about 30 seconds or so. They do tend to curl up sometimes. That's not doing too bad. Just give them 30 seconds or so, and then they should be ready just to place on and peel slide the backing off. What you need to do is just wet this area of where the decal's going. Just don't sit. Once the paper comes off, you can just slide it about a little bit just to position it a bit easier. So I think that probably might have had enough time now. So I'll just wet this down. Don't need a huge amount of water on it. And then I'll take the decal, place it roughly where you want it to be, and then slide the paper out, and then because I put the water on before, just doesn't allow you to. That's stuck to my finger. Oh dear. Oh right, I think that's failure number one. That's stuck to my finger and it's curled up, so I think I'm going to have to lose that one and start again, I'm afraid. It is a bit of a shame, but luckily here's some more that we prepared earlier on, so I've got a second shot. I'll cut that one there first. I do find if you're doing things like this, give yourself more than one attempt, print a few out, so it's easy enough to do, and then if anything goes wrong, you've got a little option to try again. And there we go, and bob that back in the water. This time I'll try not to get it stuck to my fingers. Once this is on and dry, I can then spray over some more lacquer. That'll seal this decal in, and then if ever you're cleaning or polishing or whatever, it's not likely to be rubbing off because it's actually under the lacquer. I'll just give that wipe off as well, because that's let me start again with that, I think. Right, I'll wet both fingers this time, or 4 fingers. A bit of water on that then, and try again. If at first you don't succeed, I've rushed it a little bit. Could have left it soak a bit longer, but seeing as it went wrong the first time, so I might want that just a little bit higher up there, and then we'll go for the pearl and see if we can position that one. Just re-wet that a little bit there as well. This will probably slide off a little bit easier now. Yeah, that's much easier because it's had that little bit longer. So yeah, I think pearl's in a decent place there. Just bob it a little bit lower, and get the yeah, that looks okay. Just place it a little bit closer. Once that's in position, I'll just dab that a little bit and then just help it to dry a little bit quicker. Take any excess water off. It looks like it could do to slide down a little bit more now. So yeah, I think I'm reasonably happy with where that's sat at the moment. A few little dirty marks appearing that I might not be able to do a lot with now. Don't know where that's coming from, but okay, so I'm just going to give that a little while to dry, and then just bob it in front of the heater for a while. Then we'll come back and see if we can get the yellow one to look reasonable, if I can find it. So I was just thinking about putting that over the over the top of it, just to give it like a shadowy effect. I'm not sure if it'll work, but we shall see. I'll let that dry first and come back when that's dried. Right, now I'm going to try and put the yellow decal over the top of this black one. I give this a bit of time to dry, put another coat of lacquer over it in order that it keeps this in place while I try and put the yellow one over. So if this doesn't work, I will probably have an option of taking the yellow one off if I can't get it to work properly, but let's have a little bash. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Quite. It looks like the black actually is in front of the gold, but I do like that. So I think I'll leave that. Let's get this pearl one on. See if we can get it very similar. If I can get it to slide off. There we go. In fact, that looks okay as well. Just giving it that little bit extra. Yeah. So. Oh, what's happened there? Oh. Okay. So be careful because I don't have the yellow to play with, so I'll have to just get this just about right. Okay, yeah, okay. That looks decent to me. So I think I'll leave that. I'm happy with that. Let's give this a very light dab. Not to do move it about too much because I don't have any more to play with, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's oh, move that now. Bring that down a little bit. Right, don't do any more. Don't push your luck. Okay, we'll leave that now to dry. And yeah, I quite like the look of that. So I think I'll leave that as is. And then once that's dried off, some more lacquer over it so it's not going to do anything. Don't seem to have picked up a slight bit of dirt here and there, so unfortunate. See if I can do something with it before I put any more lacquer on. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Let's get a bit of a closer look on the camera. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to dry now. Probably put two or three coats of lacquer on the headstock just to seal everything in, and then we can probably get round to finishing the neck with some true oil, and then start basically putting the hardware on it.